And welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Monday, December 20th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories right here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. And here are some of the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other various Native news sources. The widow of the author of Dr. Seuss books has donated $2 million to the University of California, San Diego to pay for renovations to the university chancellor's residence. The university said that longtime benefactor Audrey Geisel made the donation in honor of the university's 50th anniversary. The donation will pay for upgrades to University House, which was deemed uninhabitable in 2004 because of structural problems with its roof in case of an earthquake. The renovation plans include honoring the cultural significance of the Kootenai tribe that once lived in that particular area. A woman is accused of stealing a Menominee tribal police officer's SUV, then trying to run him over with it. The 32-year-old woman from the Menominee Reservation faces federal charges, including using a dangerous weapon. Tribal police and FBI said the officer was investigating a domestic disturbance on the reservation late Saturday when the Chevrolet Tahoe was stolen. The thief then drove toward the officer, who jumped out of the way and fired 2 shots at the vehicle, which missed him by about 3 feet. The Green Bay Press-Gazette reports that police say the shots apparently disabled the vehicle, which quickly stopped. The woman was taken into custody and transported to a local Shawano hospital for blood samples. Federal prosecutors declined 50% of cases from American Indian reservations over a 5-year period, and the figure is higher for sexual abuse cases, a report released recently found. U.S. attorneys resolved 9,000 of the 10,000 cases they received in the fiscal year 2005 through 2009, declining to prosecute in half of those cases, while prosecuting or administratively closing the others, according to a U.S. Government Accountability Office report. Tribes can prosecute only misdemeanor offenses. The most frequent reason for declining cases was weak or insufficient admissible evidence, followed by no evidence of a federal crime, witness problems, and a lack of evidence that a suspect had criminal intent. Interior Secretary Ken Salazar was preparing to sign a new Navajo water agreement last week that quantifies the tribe's water rights in the lower Colorado River Basin. Salazar and Navajo Nation President Joe Shirley Jr. were slated to sign the agreement during the Colorado River Water Users Association annual conference in Las Vegas. The San Juan Navajo water rights settlement attempts to resolve a 142-year-old dispute. Government officials say it will provide a long-term clean water supply to the tribe that will improve health conditions on the reservation and pave the way for future economic development in northwestern New Mexico. Navajo Nation officials are breaking ground on a public safety complex in northwestern New Mexico. Rex Lee Jim, a tribal lawmaker and vice president-elect, conducted the groundbreaking ceremony last Friday just north of Crown Point. The $38 million facility will house the district court, a jail, and offices for law enforcement, probation officers, prosecution, and public defenders. Another larger public safety complex is being built in Tuba City on the western side of the reservation in Arizona. Alaska's efforts to deliver prompt, affordable dental care to its rural residents is gaining ground there and providing a model for other states. The Dental Health Aid Therapy Program started in the year 2006 in Alaska is the first of its kind in the United States. An independent evaluation of the program, conducted over 2 years and released in November, confirmed that dental therapists at work in 5 Alaska communities are providing safe, competent, appropriate dental care to children and adults. Nearly 50 million Americans lack affordable dental care. Nationwide, states are seeking ways to improve access to dental care, and exploring alternatives such as dental therapists is one way. Based on the Alaska study, the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, which funded Alaska's program, announced a $16 million initiative in November that will fund similar programs in Kansas, New Mexico, Ohio, Vermont, and the state of Washington. And just a reminder that coming up on New Year's Eve are a number of powwows. We know that the Lakota Ojibwe tribe in Wisconsin and the Menominee Nation are going to be having events that evening, and both of those are likely to be live streamed at www.indiancountrytv.com. If you don't have your powwow dates in here, send them in, and we're going to be reading them over the next few days for those people who want a safe and sound place to go for their New Year's Eve celebration. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to thank you for joining in, and come back again soon. Miigwech.